Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Let's Play Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, I'm your host, J2 John Jeremy, and last we left off, Gaiman here has completed his trial and has arrived here at the Sith Academy on Korriban and must speak to Overseer Harkoon. Before he does that, though, we need to go ahead and say hello to this guy over here, Assistant Overseer Marka, and see what he has to say.
You must be one of the slave acolytes. Pretty easy to see why Overseer Harkoon was horrified. Regardless, Lord Zash has made it clear that all new acolytes must learn martial skills as well as face their trials. Though why anyone thinks you can be taught is beyond me.
It's pretty interesting. I don't like your attitude.
Watch yourself. I don't respond well to idiots with big egos.
I'm fluttering with fear. Fluttering. You will find the instructors in the Academy's archive. Hurry, and try not to embarrass your betters.
I don't like this. I'm going to be a Sith, and these guys are talking down to me. Just wait. Just you guys wait. Until I become a Sith, and then you guys will have some explaining to do. You know, some begging, some groveling, maybe some rubbing foreheads on the floor in repentance. But, yeah. You guys should know better. Now, we need to speak to the Sith Inquisitor trainer, and we need to speak to Overseer Harkoon. Let's go ahead and go to the Sith Inquisitor trainer here first. Should be up these steps here. Fantastic. Alright. Lord Samus.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Fantastic, we just reached level 4 for that. Got a new codex entry. Got some new abilities.
Be gone.
Alright, I will be gone then. And I want to go ahead and talk to Overseer Harkoon before I go after those holocrons, or datacrons rather.
Ah, the last one. Always the latecomer. Now we can see what the Hermit thinks of you, slime. Acolyte Corey. Step forward, please.
Yes, Overseer.
You are a weak, pathetic rodent, and even a lunatic like Spindrel can see this. And that means... Meet our newcomer, Von Alt. This is real Sith strength, and he will tear you apart and crush your bones, slaves. Look on him. No connections left in the world, but pure Sith blood. This is Lord Zash's future apprentice, not filth like you.
Yeah, getting kind of tired of this. Let's keep things moving here, please.
Congratulations on your new pet. Now give us the next trial.
Step this way, slave. I want to speak to you privately. The rest of you get out of here. You know your trials. You too, Von. Spindrel awaits. Now, listen to me. Spindrel is a lunatic. His approval means nothing. You are filth, and you will die. Is that clear?
Interesting, because you just now told me that Spindrel approves of me and you don't. Spindrel being the former Sith Lord / trainer, and you being a menial overseer. Between you and Spindrel, aren't you nothing?
You think you scare me?
You're nothing, and don't forget it. Now, your second trial. Lord Zash has requested a special trial for you, which you will no doubt fail. Go to Inquisitor Zinn in the jails. He will fill you in on the details, and most likely hasten your demise.
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Don't count on my demise, Harkoon. I don't die easily.
Don't boast, slave. I don't want to see you again until you're back from the jails. That's all.
Interesting. Got ourselves a new robe here. Slightly better than our current one. And we just hit level 6. Go ahead and put on my new robe. Ooh. I like. There's the Inquisitor Zin.
Acolyte, you've arrived. And not a moment too soon. Hakan has given me very specific instructions. You were raised as a slave, but must discard those traits and learn to control others. And I have just the task for that end. Meet this driveling excuse for an acolyte. He will be your victim.
What's going on?
What exactly does this entail?
A short while ago, there was what we call an unauthorized murder here in the Academy. A rivalry among apprentices resulted in death. Interrogate him. Make him tell you who committed this crime at any cost.
All right. No problem.
I can absolutely do that.
Excellent. Get to it then. I look forward to watching you work.
Okay. So, just as a note, I know that there was an option to say I gleefully enjoy in this or whatever. I don't think Gaiman's down that road just yet. He may go down that road, but right now he's just looking to survive and to boast of his own personal strength. If it means that he needs to interrogate this individual, he will absolutely do that. Doesn't necessarily mean that he will boast about doing it. Although in the future, who knows?
Please, don't hurt me. I don't know anything.
Don't resist.
Your defiance is foolish and misplaced.
Please, I don't know anything, I swear it. You know how it is. Acolytes start bragging. You don't want to look bad. It was just a dumb boast. I didn't see anything.
This might sting.
This'll hurt you much more than it hurts me.
Please, don't do that again. I'll do anything.
Give me what I want.
Tell me who murdered the apprentice.
I can't do that. I can't. He'll kill me if I tell. Or worse.
What? And you think I won't? Interesting. How dare you?
This better be worth my while.
Stop! Please! Alright, I'll talk. He'll kill me, but I'll talk. The murderer is an apprentice named SWTOR. You have to protect me, or he'll kill me.
How's he going to do that?
I doubt that. He'll be too busy being punished for murder.
Kayan's master is a Dark Council member. Might as well try fighting the Emperor himself. Kayan won't get so much as a reprimand. But when Kayan finds out, he'll come after me.
And?
What exactly does this have to do with me?
Of course, it's not your problem. Why should you care? Maybe if I'm lucky, Kayan will put me out quickly.
Exactly. It's not my problem. Alright, Inquisitor, I've done your task.
You don't have to tell me. I heard the name loud and clear, though I sorely wish I hadn't. SWTOR. Kayan's master is a Dark Council member. I'd be a fool to oppose him. But anyway, your trial here is done. I will send my commendations to Overseer Hakan. You may return to him now.
Interesting. Done so soon?
What, no more torture? Oh, but I was just getting started.
I know. It's so hard to stop once you've started. Perhaps later, if you survive your trials. It has been most pleasant watching you work, Acolyte. Truly, I wish you the best of luck in your remaining trials.
A bit darker than I would have wanted, but okay. Let's go ahead and return back to Overseer Harkun. Overseer! Overseer!
Well. I had been looking forward to cutting another one of you down, but it looks like I'll be spared the trouble. Unsurprisingly, Nylock has gone missing. Also, unsurprisingly, Fon has passed his first trial. It's only a matter of time before he tramples you all underfoot.
I'll tear you apart where you stand, slave.
Patience, Fon. An accident in the tombs is much more convincing. Now the lot of you know your next task. Go. I want to speak to Fon and our latecomer. Now, slave. Zin says you handled yourself expertly, and as much as I find this difficult to believe, Lord Zash is satisfied with his evaluation. Undoubtedly, Zin helped you in some way, but you will not have his help on the next trial. Both you and Fon will have trials of intellect, trials that test your ability to apply your understanding of the Force to solve problems.
You don't expect a slave to be a match for me in intellect. I've been trained under the greatest teachers.
Calm down, Fon. I certainly do not expect this slave to be a match for you. That's why you will have separate trials.
I don't need your charity.
Truly, your generosity astounds.
You're only digging your own grave. Fon, you will go to the library on the second floor of the Academy and translate the following texts for Lord Zash.
Yes, Overseer.
Slave, deep in the ancient, monster-infested tomb of Marka Ragnos, there is a holocron filled with dark secrets and encased in a great stone monument. No one has figured out how to release the holocron from its stone prison in over 1,000 years. You will bring this holocron to me, or you will die.
The other guy gets to translate texts in the library, and I've got to release a 1,000-year-old datacron or holocron from the stone prison in the monster-filled tomb. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Sounds like fun.
Well, it beats going to the library, I suppose.
Spoken like the idiot you are. You will bring back the holocron, or hope that the spirit of Marka Ragnos himself returns to end your miserable existence. Now go.
Fantastic. And we've reached level 7 with that. This is going rather quickly, isn't it? Okay, let's go ahead and take our taxi now over to the Wilds area. Looks like there's a mission here for us before we do that, though.
Stand and account for yourself, Acolyte. Let's see what you're made of. I look at you, and I wonder, are you among the truly loyal, or do you hide treason in your heart?
Interesting. Could be both. But really, what kind of question is that?
Don't be a fool.
Defiance of authority is a hallmark of the immature and the subversive. I recommend you reconsider your attitude.
There is one threat our Empire must remain forever vigilant against. Those within our own ranks who undermine and weaken us.
Intelligence reports indicate this valley shelters traitors. Acolytes who seek to destroy our Emperor's carefully built order and replace it with their own weak-minded heresies.
They hide among the faithful and obedient. But make no mistake, they will destroy us all, given the chance.
We've watched as the traitors scuttle about this valley and plot against us. We know their faces and their names. It is the Emperor's will that the sands of Korriban be slaked with the blood of these traitors. Prove your allegiance by executing them.
Alright, fine, no problem. But, just to point out, do you think that we might go down that path as well? Think that might be pretty cool?
It will be a great honor to serve you, my lord.
And in serving me, you serve the Emperor. Remember that, as you exterminate those vermin in the valley.
I'll give you the means to identify the traitors. Eliminate enough of them to prove your loyalty. Then return to Inquisitor Arzanan.
I'll be watching your progress with great interest. Go now. See that the Emperor's will be done.
Alright, let's go ahead and find these guys here. Valley of the Dark Lords. Oh, I guess that's my first companion. Ah, I see. There are acolytes in here, in this area. Gotcha. So if I scan you, for example... Ah, I'm just scanning their faces for, like, whether or not they're in the traitorous database. Nope, not in the database. How about you, buddy? You look a bit shifty, as it were. Nope, you are not in the database either. Damn it! Find me some traitors. Aha! Found you, traitor. Shuck. Yeah. I like how that guy's still talking. Like, you know, guy just got beat to death in front of me. Doesn't matter. But does it matter if you're a traitor as well? You are not a traitor. Lucky you. How about one of you two, huh? Aha! Force lightning! And whirlwind! Yeah, yeah. Why am I healing you? Don't heal. That's the opposite of what I want. Does whirlwind actually heal people? Aha! Traitor! Force lightning. You'll get caught up in the force lightning. One more acolyte. Were one of you guys in the database? I don't think so. I'm gonna rescan you. Aha! You suddenly became a traitor. In the time that I didn't scan you. Gotcha. Look at the cool way I hold my blade. It's pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty cool. Inquisitor.
I watched you deal with those traitors. Well done. That was an impressive display of loyalty. Take this reward as a token of the Emperor's favor, and wear this badge. It marks you as a defender of our empire.
Stay vigilant. Our enemies lurk where you least expect them.
I'll always stay vigilant for you. It's terrible, John.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
All right, let's go ahead and head over to the lower wilds.
Is confirmed.
Okay. Well, we've arrived here in the lower wilds. Just anything around over here? Nope. I've discovered the field research area. I'm supposed to just go down anyway, so jump. Okay. Looks like I found myself a mission. Ooh.
A fresh young acolyte come to view my experiments. Good. I trust the sight of a messy operating table doesn't disturb you?
Not really. Nothing disturbs me.
The path to power is not for the faint-hearted.
You remind me of myself at your age. This used to be a Tukata, the hound-like creatures infesting Korriban's tombs. On the surface, nothing special. But I alone can see this creature is an expression of pure dark side energy. Aggression made manifest.
Intriguing. He's a lord, so I don't necessarily want to get on his bad side. I'm impressed.
Amazing. How did you learn that?
The Force told me so. It speaks to me. The Force is alive. It expresses its will in the physical world. This Tukata was one such form.
Okay, but what does that make us?
Are we another of these forms?
Sith are the highest manifestation of the Force's will. I've dissected hundreds of Tukata, forging a direct connection to the dark side. Each beast I examine advances me toward perfect unity. I now stand at a new frontier, but find myself thwarted. My most perfect specimen, a Tukata mutant, escaped to the tombs before I could analyze it.
I see. That, well... It would be nice to have a backer. Can I assist?
Perhaps I could help you recover your specimen.
Yes, I was hoping as much. My apprentice, Melora, saw which tomb the mutant beast fled into. Find out what she knows, assist me, and you will be rewarded.
As you wish.
I'll speak with Melora, and do whatever is necessary, my lord.
You found a great calling in my service. I trust you appreciate that.
Well, let's not go that far. This is actually what I wanted to press the first time. So we got Tukata in our bestiary. If you want to find out more about what a Tukata is, you will stick around to the end of the episode and we will go over it. Looks like we need to speak to Apprentice Melora. And here's Apprentice Melora. How easy.
Seeking Lord Renning's lost pet, are you? Don't waste your time. That fool's research is pointless.
Who cares?
I'm just here for the exercise.
Glad to know I'm not the only one who sees through my master's inane babbling. Renning deludes the Dark Council into believing he's advancing Sith knowledge. The truth is, he wastes the Empire's time and resources dissecting mindless animals. But if his experiments were discredited, he would be banished, and I would be rewarded.
Sure, but why reveal your plans to me, a stranger who has only just met you?
How exactly is telling me supposed to help?
Look, just a minor alteration to the mutant Tukata's brain would allow me to reveal my master as a fraud. Bring me the brain before delivering it to Lord Renning, and I'll make it worth your while.
That may be possible.
I'm sure there's some way we could work this out.
Perfect. Then we have an agreement. The mutant Tukata escaped to the tomb of Marka Ragnos. It's much larger than the others, so it's easy to spot. Return to me with the brain before you see Lord Renning, and I'll take care of the rest.
Gaiman still can't say no to a woman. That's actually pretty... I'm gonna go with that. Alright, those Tukata are playing around with that guy. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go around there. Got it. Alright. We're off! Actually, I was supposed to go take a taxi to the lower wilds. I went to the Wilds Laboratory instead. Whoops! Alright, so we've arrived here at the Wilds, and it looks like I've got another mission apparently ready to give to me.
Hey, friend. If you're headed out by the Tukata, Lord Varison is paying actual credits for bone marrow samples. Varison's doing some sort of experiment for Lord Renning. The less details we know, the better, I'm sure.
Interesting, so kill 5 Tukata, and we will get credits as our reward here. Oh! Datacron, I hear it. Get some bone marrow samples while I'm here. Why not, right? Bone marrow. Get out of here. Two more to go. And I've got my 5. I can just talk to Lord Varison now. Lord Varison.
Ah, more bone marrow samples. Lord Renning will be pleased. You may go.
Appreciate that. Got some gloves. Put those gloves on. And we've reached level 8. Very good. Okay. So once we head into the lower wilds, we'll be heading to the tomb of Marka Ragnos. Oh, hey, a mission. Hello, mission.
Sergeant Garrus. Turns out the rumors were true. Some of the sentries we lost down here aren't dead. They lost their minds, just like the Acolytes. Doesn't mean we're going to have any easier a time getting the research supplies back, though. The crates are secured with multi-locks. If we're going to open these things without frying the contents, we need to get all the sentries' code cylinders back. I don't think negotiation is an option. The men aren't keen to take down their old comrades, but we'll do what we can. Once we have the code cylinders, we'll crack open the supply crates and get back. Tavon out.
Looks like Taven, was unsuccessful in his mission. We will be successful. So we've got some Berserk troopers. I'm always down for killing people. The bonus mission here is to kill 15 soldiers. 15 crazed forces. Let's be clear here on that. Yes! That is an awesome attack. Get the hell out of my way. That's what I'm calling that attack. Be gone. No, that's an even better. That's an even better name. Be gone. Can I just say I love my hair? My character's hair is amazing. Psychotic officer, huh? Be gone. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this cylinder here. That's the south code. Alright, we're heading to the west code cylinder. It's right over here, it looks like. We found a trooper encampment. What else can I find over here? More berserk troopers, although they're just talking to themselves, so no real big issue there. Maniacal Commander Tynes. This ought to be interesting. Alright, Maniacal Commander Tynes. Die. Running out of force power. Also, he's pretty powerful himself. Not a fan. There you go. Fantastic. I was worried there for a second. I got some gloves. Although they're the wrong type for me. Alright, heading toward the east code cylinder now. I like the fact that my attacks have both range and close quarters. I felt like my prior character did not have that capability. Maybe that was just me. We've also completed the bonus mission here. Here's our East Code cylinder. And we can also head into this tomb here for the Burial Grounds mission, Dark Science. Looks like it's right around here. We have found the tomb of Marka Ragnos. Who is Marka Ragnos, you ask? Find out at the end of the episode. Planting the bait. Come on, Tukata. Where you at, buddy? Here you are. Here you are. Yeah. Silly Tukata. Get out of here. I will take your brain. Return to Lord Renning or Apprentice Melora. I see. Gotta take care of this paranoid lookout here. Get out of here. Be gone. Excellent. All right, we've taken on the North Code cylinder, and now I can open the research crate, which is all the way back there. So, yeah, that's a thing. I think before we do that, though, we'll go ahead and enter the monument chamber for a little knowledge. This is the tomb of Marka Ragnos reliquary. And we'll go ahead and do this mission next time on Let's Play Star Wars The Old Republic. Until then, this is J2 John Jeremy signing off, saying so long, and take care. Hey everybody, J2 John Jeremy here, and it's time for another edition of SWTOR Lore, where we take a look behind the lore of Star Wars The Old Republic. Next up on our list here, we've got a couple of new codex entries, including The Wilds, the Tomb of Marka Ragnos, and a new Bestiary codex. First off, let's talk about the Tomb of Marka Ragnos. Strength, power, and strategy marked the rule of Marka Ragnos. Descended from the original Sith inhabitants of Korriban and the Dark Jedi exiles who interbred with them, Marka Ragnos was destined for greatness. He conquered his competitors in a series of quick, ruthless campaigns and became Dark Lord of all Sith, a title he would hold for more than a century. The reign of Marka Ragnos might have been short-lived had he not displayed great strategic discipline. Instead of clashing directly with Sith challengers who hungered for his power, he pitted his enemies against each other to weaken and destroy them. Similarly, he was one of the few Sith of his era who knew of the existence of the Republic and the Jedi Order. He chose not to attack, and instead focused on strengthening the Sith Empire. The golden age of the Sith would end shortly after his death, but the legacy and spirit of Marka Ragnos would live on within his tomb in the Valley of the Dark Lords. So Marka Ragnos, obviously one of the forebears of the current Sith Empire. Now the Wilds. Nowhere on Korriban is this planet's dark influence stronger than in the lower wilds. What begins as ringing ears and a cold unease can eventually cripple and dominate an unprepared Sith. Weaker minds can be twisted and broken in a matter of hours, leaving soldiers weeping in the sands or slaves frothing, ready to kill. The source of this corrupting power is unknown. Some believe it is the residual dark energy of the ancient Sith species, while others insist the canyon serves as a focal point for the combined hatred and strength of the entombed Dark Lords. Some even hope the madness is caused by an artifact buried beneath the sands, waiting for a Sith to claim its power. Hence why you saw all those corrupted Imperial soldiers out there that we took care of. Now the Tukata, these oversized hounds were bred to be fearless and relentless. Left to guard the Sith tombs of Korriban, they have sharp horns, long claws, and savage teeth. They are unusually intelligent and seem capable of communicating with one another through unknown means. It is said that the species was non-violent, and grazing before becoming corrupted by Sith alchemical experiments that awakened a latent part of their brains and changed them into unnatural abominations. Random mutations now occur that produce some Tukata can live for centuries and grow to immense proportions. Now, we have a couple of lore pieces here as well. Admission to the Sith Academy. It has always been a privilege to face the trials of the Sith Academy. Even though most acolytes fail, and the cost of failure is typically death, the chance to train in the dark arts and become one of the most powerful beings in the galaxy is incentive enough for most. Others, attuned to the Force but reluctant to participate, are dragged and forced to face the trials. Until recently, only purebloods and humans from the Empire were allowed entrance. To produce a Sith child is one of the Empire's highest honors, and families identify and groom potential candidates from an early age. Since the loss of so many Sith in the war, however, a swell of less traditional thinking has opened the Academy to anyone displaying Force sensitivity. Some conservative Sith call this a foolish and desperate move that will dilute the Order instead of returning it to strength. Others accept it as a temporary measure. At first, the conflict was merely intellectual, as the first waves of new recruits into the Academy died ingloriously. But things are changing, and the new breed of Sith may yet prove itself worthy. In contrast with the Republic, which officially condemns the practice, slavery is a widely accepted practice across the Empire. However, instead of slaves being bought and sold merely on an individual basis, the custom has been fully incorporated into the hierarchy of Imperial society. As the lowest caste, slaves perform menial duties and back-breaking labor, and they possess virtually no rights or recourse under the law. The ranks of slaves are typically made up of those who fall outside of the traditional Imperial power structure: prisoners of war, criminals, and aliens from conquered worlds. Children of slaves are born into the same caste as their parents, though it is possible for individuals to be elevated should they show strength and ability that would better serve the Empire in a more distinguished role. Recently, seeking to replenish the ranks of the Sith Order after the war, even the Sith Academy has started accepting slaves who show a strong affinity for the Force, though many still look on these former slaves with disdain. As well, we know ourselves because we are one of them. Now, we also found out a bit about the Dark Council. While the Undying Emperor serves as the unquestioned leader of the Empire, the 12 members of the Dark Council oversee the daily workings of their vast civilization and speak in the Emperor's name. Each is among the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. To hold a seat on the Council is the highest honor and the greatest position of influence a Sith can attain. The individual members of the Dark Council control their own spheres of influence and pyramids of subordinate Sith. Overall Imperial military strategy falls into the hands of one Dark Council member, while study of ancient artifacts falls into the hands of another. These spheres occasionally overlap, leading to conflict. However, every Sith Lord and apprentice is ultimately answerable to the Council member at the top of his or her pyramid. Similarly, non-Sith organizations are usually clearly answerable to one Dark Council member or another. Meetings of the Dark Council are normally held in the Citadel on Dromund Kaas, or in the Sith Academy on Korriban. It's rare for all members to gather at once. Power plays among members are frequent, and several of the Dark Lords are virtual hermits. On the occasions when the Emperor summons them, however, all members of the Dark Council are expected to gather and obey. So one of our goals, potentially, might be to become a member of the Dark Council. And finally, Overseer Harkoon. This guy who's been a pain in our ass since the start of this playthrough. A gruff, hard-line traditionalist. Overseer Harkoon believes in the Empire and the superiority of its children. He makes no effort to hide his contempt for acolytes who have risen up from slavery, or those chosen from alien cultures. His stubborn rejection of the changes of the Academy, of the need to replace Sith lost in the war with a new and lesser generation, has crippled his prospects for advancement, leaving him bitter and spiteful, particularly to those students who represent what he most despises. Harkoon is well aware that his days are numbered, yet he is determined to exact his revenge on those acolytes unfortunate enough to be placed under his supervision. If he can't keep the fools of the galaxy from joining the Academy, at least he can make them suffer. And that's the kind of guy that we're dealing with here in this series, so I look forward to giving this guy his comeuppance. And that's the lore for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll watch next time. Until then, this is J Squared John Jeremy signing off, saying so long, and take care.